No question. Now, two other quarterbacks that have been brought up in the chat that we were talking about before we had got on the phone with you was Baker Mayfield and Cam Newton. Now, obviously, we're talking about Baker in the sense of if he is released by the Browns and you get to control the money element of it. But Baker Mayfield and Cam Newton, do any of them or either of them interest you in terms of bringing them into Pittsburgh as well? Because, like we said, prior to Haskins passing away, the part that made us feel a little bit okay with it just being Mitch and Mason was we had Haskins, who was a former first-round draft pick. So you already had high-end talent that you were essentially taking a flyer on. But now with him no longer in the equation, now it's like, well, who is that third top-tier talent that is really going to be able to insert themselves in this conversation? And those two names popped up in terms of Baker Mayfield and Cam Newton.
But they're almost too big. They're almost too big for that situation. I don't think you can bring Baker in there. Like, I think it gets too loud, too messy. Now, do you think it's too messy because he might mess around and be all right and start, or are you saying too messy because of the Progressive commercial and stuff like that?
Well, even back and forth with the media, probably too.
Everything about it. It's just not a good match to me. It's not a good relationship. I think Baker's a good quarterback. I don't know if Pittsburgh is the spot where he just finds his success. I think Baker's looking for more of a spot that's, that just needs a quarterback to come in there. Like a Denver would have been a good spot for a Baker. Yeah.
People are saying Seattle now to compete with your boy.
He's gonna take Geno money, man. Don't let him take Geno money, man. Chill out.
They just re-signed Geno. I think they see something.
I think they see something, man.
I think Cam would be an interesting person to bring in. It's just so much spotlight with Cam.
Yeah. He is a big name with that, man.
I think Coach Tomlin can handle that. I think he definitely can. I don't know if that locker room is structured for that right now. I don't know if that locker room is that vet-lated for a Cam.
Cam's big personality. That's a lot that comes with Cam, man.
A lot. Yeah. I think, and I always go back. I think the Juju gave you a little synopsis of what that loudness can be like.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they love that loudness. I think Pittsburgh, you think blue collar, come to work every day, hard work, and just, put his head down and go to work. I think Cam's a good player. I think he'll do that. But I think you have to be willing to accept everything that comes with him. And on top of that, he might not be your starter. So do you really want to bring that into that situation? I think that's a lot. I think that's kind of what hurts Cam, even in his free agency right now, is the fact that he potentially might not be your starter. Do you want to have that in your building?
Yeah.
So
Baker versus Mason and Mitch Trubisky. Who do you think wins that? If it was everything equal, who do you think wins that?
I mean, I think Baker wins that. Baker wins that. I do.
Okay,
I think Baker's the best of the three. Okay. And maybe it's just because Baker is the, proven starter already. But I just feel the Baker still got a big arm. It's still a first round, it's a first round talent for sure. I mean, Trubisky's a first round talent too. Yeah. But I just think Baker's the better quarterback of the two. But I think for what you've done right now in free agency, you have to say Mitch is the better of the two because you've paid for that. You've bought that.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't even go out there. I don't even think you confuse yourself like that. I think if you do something like that, you could have used that money and went and got a Tyrann Mathieu, or you went and got one of these safeties that you wanted to get, or you just could have used that particular money on a different thing. I think that's a lot of money to put into one position that you're only going to have one of them really do the job. And the other one's going to be really sitting down. And then I think also that puts you in a situation where you have to go with Baker because of the personality, the loudness of it. Yeah. While I think Mitch is willing and is able to kind of ride the second, the second tier, I think it makes it that you have to go with Baker. you know.
That's a good point.
That is though.
Yeah, if you bring in Baker, having him as a backup.
Yeah, Baker can't sit as the backup. That's
yeah,
a lot.
I don't think you can do that.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Against a dude that we were just talking, splitting hairs between who's better between Baker and Mitch.
He gonna be eyeing that the whole time, feeling some type of way. Yeah.
So I think you put yourself into like a little situation, even in bringing in potentially a Baker. And I think you just avoid that altogether. I think you can just go get you a draft pick at that point.
Gotcha.
You know, even if you go get you a third rounder, I just think at that point it's better to just go get you a draft pick and just start clean.
Manscaped.
Makes
you
sense.
know, it makes perfect sense because when I think of like, you know, just being out there, right? Mountaineers. Got the bush, so you got to trim that thing up a little bit. But more importantly, if you happen to be, you know, a local cat, you want to look cool and smooth, you might want to make sure that thing's trimmed up, or if not trimmed up here, trimmed up below the waist, because we know that Manscaped are the leaders in below the waistline grooming. And like I said, appearances matter. You want to make sure that you keep that grass low. And the best way to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is with the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know what it has done for me and Deke. It makes us feel like rock stars when we walk around. People are calling us legends now solely because we use the Manscaped products,
We even heard the word GOAT being thrown around too.
It's that simple, man. And we didn't even talk about the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. We didn't even get to the body wash. That's just the reality of it. That's everything that Manscaped is offering to you. And might I add, I mean, they do actually have like, you know, nice shirts and comfy undies to wear too, man. I tell you, man, it makes you feel real nice and complete, baby.
I use the deodorant. They also got the body spray.
Come on now.
What don't they have?
What don't they have? I mean, it's literally a be the man wherever you are survival kit. You know what I mean? That's what you need. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but that's what you want to get. So whether it is for you, or say you're a lady and you want to get it for your significant other, or you got a friend out there that might need a little help, this is where you want to go. But the biggest thing that you need to do is this. You need to use that promo code, baby. And that promo code is MOATS. MOATS. Get you 20% off plus free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So trust me on this, man. When I tell you it will change your life and your delicate twins will thank you, listen to me because I'm an expert.